Hi, this is Oliver Duck here,
And this is Henry's Grade 15 here.
and today we're doing another classic Sunday. We're doing By George.
Very good episode from the classic VHS tape called Races, Runaways, and Rescues.
I had that one. But anyway.
Me too. That was one of my first ones. That was one of my first VHSs.
Yeah. But, anyways, this is one of the more, featured or standing out episodes of Season 5. More character development on George, the steamroller. He goes,
A lot of crashes.
A lot of crashes. He goes through basically, doing stuff that is negative towards the engines, and then by the end, the package owner just says, hey, you know what, I'm putting you out of work for a few weeks. And, with that said, let's just start watching.
Alright, so are you ready, Ted?
Hopefully. Alright, let's do this in 3, 2, 1 second. Dang it. Hate this thing. Okay, that's 3, 2, 1. By George.
This is really like one of the only appearances of Renee's.
Yeah.
To be
George
honest.
was being rude to Renee's and Scarlo.
Yo, what's up, Scarlo?
You're just
What's up,
worn
dude?
out wheels on worn out rails. You need rocks
Dang,
for your
George.
roads, replied Scarlo, and we're helping you. I need to flatten little engines in the scrapyards,
Yeah,
retorted
man.
George.
Turn him
Then
in.
Percy
actually
arrived to
more
take George
educated
away.
than they are.
He was still
Give him
rebelling.
a big-
Railways are no good. Turn them into roads.
I love that little whistle thing.
Little engines
Yeah.
were pleased to see him go.
I like George's thing. I like all the things, actually.
George grumbled all the way to the old branch line. He was
Dang,
going
Percy
to turn
being
it into
bumpy
a
with
road.
George.
When they arrived,
Obviously, did you see
George was
Percy
rude
bounce like
again.
that?
Bumpy ride on rotten rails. I'm glad it's
You know,
over.
Grace is George.
So am I,
Think of
said
how
Percy.
the war
Ha!
wheels if you
Huffed
let
George.
yourself.
Percy was still fuming when he
Signal.
met Thomas.
That's
What's
right,
up, Percy?
Thomas. That's right.
It's George.
Oh my God,
he
it's
makes
one
me
of the
feel
spicy
down.
Thompson trucks.
Just ignore him,
I saw it.
puffed Thomas. George
Too bad
was
for
now
him.
enjoying himself. Ripping up rails, he chortled. What a life!
Said the clown.
What do you think of this,
Dun,
Thomas?
dun, dun, dun.
Thomas took no notice.
Yeah, Thomas, you
George
go
felt
right by.
insulted.
Don't take any notice.
You're a useless blue puffball.
Just walk on by.
But Thomas didn't hear.
Man.
I'll show him
Love that
who's
little
boss. At last, the workmen reached the level crossing. What shall we do here? Tear it up. Tarmac.
But nobody else
said
did.
George. So they did, but not properly, and George knew it.
Ooh.
Later, Thomas
Nobody
was
likes
traveling home on the
vegetables.
same line. He was pulling freight cars filled with vegetables.
Yeah.
The signalman had forgotten to warn his driver about the
I think we
crossing.
might need to stop now.
That's nice. We don't need to stop, said Thomas.
Houston,
happily.
we have a
Yes,
problem.
we do, called his driver.
Idiot signal
But it
every
was too
time.
late.
Chicken!
Every time. They're always drunk and full of shit. Every time. Like, it's just sitting in the island. I think half accidents would have been averted.
Next day, Percy told Gordon all about George.
Huh,
That's
snorted
what's up.
Gordon.
That's what's up.
you're just a small engine. That's why he's rude to you. He wouldn't
Tank
dare
cars.
cause me any trouble.
Katie and the Catherine came in with some freight cars.
George had been taken to some yards to work. Duck arrived with a train of empty freight cars.
Yay, Duck.
George was
I like
blocking
that.
his way, and a car was stuck on the main line. Let me through, demanded Duck. You'll just have to wait, replied George.
Go, George, go.
There's no time to wait.
No.
I must clear my freight cars from the main line to let Gordon through. Then he'll have to wait too, said George.
Good job, Gordon.
Duck's driver went to
George,
complain
you
to
have
the station
permission to be
master
on the
when
line.
the
You're
signalman
trespassing.
had set the signal to allow Gordon to speed through. His passengers were singing his praises, and he was making express time.
I'm the greatest. Just watch me fly by.
He whistled long and loud as he approached the station. Suddenly, he saw a freight car on the line ahead,
Get out of my
No
way.
problem.
but the freight car
Go
wouldn't
away.
move until Gordon forced it. By accident.
Quote.
Gordon was worried that Sir Topham Hatt
Thank
would be
God,
cross.
Fat Controller. Thank
He
God you're
was,
doing something
but
right.
not with Gordon. Whoever caused this disturbance will have me to answer to.
Wah, wah, wah.
And he did.
Wah,
A few
wah.
days later.
Ha, ha.
Look who's here, said Thomas.
George is
George had been
miserable.
found out by Sir Topham Hatt and punished. He looked miserable. Now we'll get some peace at last, said
Oh
Percy.
God.
I want to get rolling again, but I've got to wait a whole week till I do. And then you'll be just as rude as ever. Eh, George? I hope not. Don't you?
So,
Ted,
yeah,
when will George ever learn?
I don't think he will. I just don't think he will. I think,
Yeah, and after that, that's his like last appearance.
yeah,
I think.
that was his last
Maybe-
starring appearance.
Yeah, it was his last starring appearance. So I don't think
Bye,
he'll
George.
change after that.
Bye.
So what? So what do you think? So what do you think
I think
of
he
this
got
episode?
scrapped right there afterwards because by that time it had to be like 90s.
It had
so
to be a lovely
steamrollers
scrap.
are really inefficient in real life purposes, not heritage purposes. So I think he got scrapped in that setting and not used much afterwards.
Let's hope that Sir Topham Hatt doesn't feel sorry for him.
Okay, but other than the spoofs, I think this episode had a lot of great points. I think had great entertainment. Was one of those villainous episodes which we don't see very often. That has sort of a darker twist and has a antagonist. We don't see a lot of episodes with antagonists. Most episodes are just a happy-go-lucky engines doing whatever they're doing. Something bad happens and fixes it. But no, they introduced a bad character here. So I really like it on that. It had a great storyline.
So it's like a true storyline in a
yeah,
sense.
it's like
It's a storyline that's believable. Like the things that might happen in the story might not be believable, but the characters are believable.
yeah. I think it's a great story for that way, but there is holes here and there, and just not realistically in some parts, like just tarmacking over the rails, and several other parts. So it's a good episode, but I wouldn't say the greatest.
I wouldn't say the greatest, but it's one of the good ones from season
I
5.
would have to see, I think the same as the last episode, 17 or 20. I think it's actually a little worse than that one. Not quite this nostalgic feel. 16 out of 20.
I'll give it a 16.5 out of 20.
Alright.
Yeah, cause I like doing that.
I'm still
I like doing that.
underwhelming you.
I'm one over you. I'm still one
I'm
over
still
you.
one
So
under
yeah.
you. Haha. But yeah, so thanks for watching this week, and thank you, Johnny, for keeping with me, and see you
Yeah,
back
I'm still
on
alive.
Friday,
I'm still
hopefully.
going. I'm still going after Wonky Whistle. I mean,
Yeah.
like right there, like for that one day, I just wanted to like. I did not want to wake up at all. I just didn't want to do
Took me forever to
anything.
convince him to
So
film
you
the
were
next
so you
episode.
were a lucky person that you got Haunted Henry out of me
Yeah.
because you know how much I like my Henry.
Maybe we
so.
should film next week in reverse, so you feel depressed at the end. That might work better. But anyways,
Nope. Yeah, it'd get her time schedule screwed up and all that stuff. But let's stop rambling and let's end this on a good note
yeah,
for
let's
once.
see you next time, and yeah, thanks.
Thank you for watching.